together we'll go ahead and for further process. All right. So let's do understand. So in the last session, we have discussed about the dashboards which is we have created. Now I would like to show you the dashboard what we have created, and in that what you don't know, let me know that, so we can do it that again. Or if you want me to create the entire dashboards again, so we'll quickly do that and we can understand how we have created that. Okay. So here in the firewall we have discussed that. So this is the dashboard we have done. So we know that block connections, allow connection, tear down connection, external source IP, external destination IPs. We have discussed about the network traffic by an action. So it's the TCP, UDP traffic, traffic by protocols. We have discussed about traffic by an app, like what are the apps we have it. We have discussed about the block incoming traffic destination. In the last session, we have done this. I believe even we have discussed about what are the incoming apps are there. So through the apps we have discussed about top country the block connections here. So this is the top country block connection that is are there, and we have discussed about what are the top external source IP that block connections here. So external source IP where we have done. This dashboard we have created. Now before I go ahead, I want everybody to please unmute and talk to me. Adam, Divya, Tariq, Stanley, everybody. Ibo, what you want me to do it? If you want me to do this complete dashboard in today's session, we can create again the complete dashboard to clear you all the doubts. Or you want me to do it yesterday part? I'll do the yesterday part. Whatever you say.
I wish you can go through from that yesterday so that we can flow perfectly. Create a new one.
Complete dashboard, new dashboard we create.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what about you guys? Tariq, Ibo, Nivya, Divya, Adams. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm okay. What
Yes, that's all right.
being
Perfect, right?
I'm
All right, so let's do start and see how it is get. I'll be a little bit I'll be a bit fast, but don't worry. And if you have any doubts in that, you can ask me. Okay, so let's do start now. Mm, So what I'm gonna do it, I'm going to let's see that. Let's go to the Splunk Enterprises here. At this point, what I'm going to do it, I'm clicking on the InfoSec app. So this is our InfoSec app. So the first thing is that what we require here. So the fields, what we are seeing, based on this we create. So this entire fields will create today. Okay. So first I'll start with the block connections, allow connection. What are the block and allow connections? So even we have the tear down connection. So if I want to see the block and allow connections, we know that. So in generally, if I'll click on this, I can get the notifications, like I can get an idea what are the fields I required here. So here we can see that this is all are the data module. Here we can see the all traffic as a block connection they have taken, and the block or drop connection they have taken, and they have taken the stats count of those numbers here. So what we have done here, it's a very simple part. We'll go to the search and report. Here I'll select to the all time. Let me select the index equal to bot sv1. Now here we take the source type equal to what is the source type we are going to take it? FortiGate traffic, right or not? So FortiGate traffic we have taken. Action equal to, first I'll take the block connection. So this is the block connections here. So all the logs as the block connections we can be able to see here. From this, I'm going to create the stats count by action here. So here I can see that all the block connections here. So this is the block connections, and we are important. We know that we require this count here. So that's the reason I'm removing this by. If you remember that, I put into the bracket this. So this is which comes as an actions here. So we can see the 6485 are the the counts where we can be able to see here. So the total count is 6485 here. So what I'm going to do it here. So this is I'm going to go to the visualization mission, then I'll click on the single value here. So this is the 6485. Now click on a save new dashboard. Now I'm saying that this is as we have given the FortiGate firewall. Now I'll select Jan. Okay, let me give it as firewall for Jan 24. Let's take an example. And I'm going to save this here. So I'm going to save this dashboard here. So you must have selected the classic dashboard. Okay, classic dashboard, save this, view this dashboard. So while I view this dashboard, I can see that we got this is this is like, one of the field we got it. Now here, what we have to do it, we have to click and edit. We have to see this is the block connection. So I'm going to select the block connection and I'm going to paste that as a block connections here. So the first thing we got it saved, this is as a block connection. Now the same thing, I want to see that like allow connection as well. So click on edit. I'll go to the source code and here we'll copy from panel to panel. If you remember, we copy this and we paste this. Now here what we have, instead of block, I'm going to make this is allow connections here. So let me make it this as allowed connection here. So this is the allow connections. Even we can see that here the same query we have it, index equal to boss sv1 source type action, source type is a FortiGate traffic action equal to block. So I'm going to make this is as an allowed connection here. So allowed connections, we can see that. And if I'll save this dashboard, I can see that block and allow connections, we got it here. Even we have a tear down connection, but as if now I'm not going for the tear down connection. Till here, we have created like allow and block. Now what we require here, we require here external source IP and external destination IP here. So external source IP and external destination IP, how we get it here. So if I click on this, here you can see that as we know that if we have an IP address, if we can see that an IP address, let me just show you that something like this. So if we have an IP address, let's see that if I'm saying that IP address as, if I'm saying the source IP address. So if I'm taking the source IP address that equal to 192.168.0.0. Let us take an example, 0.10. Let me take an example. Now, what is the difference between these two? Can anybody tell me that? If I'm writing like this, the IP address which is not equal to 192.168.0.10. So what is the difference between that if I'm using this equal to or if I'm using exclamation mark and equal to? What exactly it means by that?
It's not equal to.
Equal to.
It's not equal to, right? So it
Exclamation
means
not
like,
equal to operator.
yes. So this is equal to, and this is we can consider as not equal to. This is say as not equal to. Now, guys, we have private IP addresses and also we have public IP addresses. So we have the private and public IP address. Let's imagine. So if I'll say, so this is all there in the same index, same as a source IP is equal to source IP. So when I have it private and public IP address, that equal to as a source IP address here. We have this result here. So in this case, I'll get all both private and public IP address. Now, if I need only the public IP address, I don't want the private IP address. So if I say, if I say like source IP address, which is not equal to private IP, then what would be the result here? What would be the result, guys? Can you tell me that?
Public IP.
Yes, source IP is equal to public IP. So this is how where we are going to see that. What I mean to say that when we have these IP addresses here, if you can see that here. So when we are seeing these IP addresses, all the subclasses of the private IP addresses, when we put this here. So source IP, which is not equal to 10.0.0.8 or which is not equal to 192.168.0.0.0 for all the sub network, and source IP which is 172 here. So when I say that these IP addresses, when we are saying that 192.168 10 dot and 172, this is are the private ranges, right or not? So these all are the private IP addresses. So when we are saying that excluding these private IP addresses, that is not equal to this. So in this means I get only the public IP address. Do you agree, everybody? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, beyond the range.
So here, yeah. So here we can see that external source IP. External means what? So when I'm saying the external, so whenever we talk about the requirement is about the external source IP. So external source IP, it means like this is like, external is a public IP address. External means public IP address. So what we are going to do it, we are going to use the same concept here. So let me just copy this and go to the process of our search and index here. So here I'm going to write the same query, something like related to the process index equal to what is v1 post type equal to for ticket traffic. Now here I'll put all these source IPs. So what are the source IP which is not equal to this? So I need the count here. So if I'll say like I need to see the count for this, so I'll put the bar. I'll say the stats count by source underscore IP. I can be able to see all the source IPs here. That is all the private IP addresses. Sorry, public IP addresses. So this is are the all the external IP addresses. Now I can take these IP addresses in the two form. One, I can take the visualizations directly here. I can get this result something like this. And if you say, I want to take this is as a time chart, like what is a time chart here if I'm using. So if I'm using time chart here, how this count can be there? When we are visualizing this data in the time chart, I can see that this is are the sum of the source IPs here. And you can see that that's all the details we can be able to see here. So I'm going to take it. This is like, which is IP have used more time. I can be able to see this detail here. So let us do this in the form of time chart here. So I have taken the time chart here. Now this is all for the like, source IP. Which source IP? Here we can see that external source IP here. So what I'm going to do it, save as existing dashboard. So what the name we have given? Firewall Jan 24. This one we have given. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to view this dashboard. Now when I'm going to view that, I'm going to rename this is as external source IP here. The same thing here. So I got this the entire process of external source IPs here. I'll click on the edit. I'll go there here. I can put the title here and I can save this here. Now this is has got I bought it like we got it like external source IP. Now I need an external destination IP here. So destination IP DST underscore IP address, we know that. So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to click on the edit. So when I'm clicking on the edit, we'll go to the source code. Now here, this is the chart we have taken here. So what I'm going to do it here, the same thing. We are going to do the same process here. We're going to copy from panel to panel here. So this is the panel which we can see, and this is the panel is closing. So let me copy this, and what I'm going to do it, hit enter, paste this. Now here, sorry, see that? I'm going to paste that. So I'm going to copy this external source IPs. This panel I'm going to copy, right? I'm going to copy this panel, and this panel I'm going to paste here. Now here comes as an external source IP. So here, can I make it this as an external destination IP? Destination IP. Right, I have made it the destination IP. And here, so this is the DST IP. So instead of source IP, I'm saying the DST IP here. So this is the destination IP. So which is not equal to this. Even here also we are putting the same thing, which is not equal to the destination IP, which is not equal to this IP address. And even we require the time chart for the destination IP here. So I'm putting that that is also the destination IP here. Now if I'll save this, so directly I can see that I got the external source IP and external destination IP here. And the both charts are here. Is it clear, everybody? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we got the external destination IP and external source IP here. We have taken this. Now traffic by an action here. Traffic by an action here means like, so we have allow and block connections here. So I need the time chart for this action as in block and allow connections here. So here you can see that all the traffic we can see that all the traffic means like star action equal to star here. So what we are going to do it here, I want traffic by an action. So traffic by an action, if we need simple way, even if I'm not seen the query also, we can write index equal to bot sv1. This is a source type. Then we're going to the source type here. So source type equal to FortiGate traffic, action equal to all. Means like this star, then put the bar. I'm using the time chart here. So I'll type the time chart count by action. Here you can see that I can be able to see the time chart for the actions here for allow, block, and tear down connections. So we visualize this, and you can see that allow and block and tear down connections here. So we have used this one. Now click on the save as an existing dashboard. So then same will store in the same firewall 24 and save this. View this dashboard. So where we view this dashboard, we can be able to see the network traffic by an action here. So let us go ahead here and check this. So network traffic by an actions, we can see that. Let me click on this is as an edit. And let me put this as so network by traffic by an action here. So I'm going to save this. So we got the network traffic by an action. Now what next we have? Network traffic by a protocol. Now what do you mean by the protocol here, guys? So let's see that. If I'll go to the search here, if we search what are the informations we are getting it here. So there are the different informations we can be able to see here. So let me just add this and remove this. So what we are seeing here now, next part, network traffic by an actions we have done. Now we have to see the network traffic by a protocol here. So protocol is a TCP, UDP, what type of traffic is there? So here you can see that if we go to the fields, what are those fields are there? Can you see the transport here, everybody? Over this transport, only the protocol are there, na? TCP, UDP or ICMP. So in this case, what we are going to do it here, so very simple way, for all both connections, I can put the time chart count by what, guys? Transport, right or not? So when we put the transport here, we can see the traffic graph here. So I go to visualizations here, I can see that ICMP, UDP, and TCP traffic here. Can you see everybody? So like the same thing, save to the existing dashboard. Now here we can save the same dashboard here. So Dan firewalls and view this dashboard. And here we can see the informations. Traffic by an action here. Traffic by protocol, I got it. Now this is the traffic by protocol, I got it here. We can see that. So traffic by an action, traffic by an protocol here. Now, if I need an app here, so this is we got it. Let me just rename this. So I'm making this is as a rename. So I have renamed this as a traffic by protocol. Let me save this. Now what is next field? Traffic by app. Can you see this, everybody? Yes. Are you able to see this? You there, Tariq, everybody? Evo, Adam,
Yes.
Divya.
We can see that.
Traffic, yeah, traffic by app here. Now app means if we can see that, if I'll go to the search here, if we'll go to the search, and if you're taking any traffic here, so whenever we are taking any traffic here, let's see that. So if I'm taking this traffic here, so what result we get with this traffic here? Bot SV1 source type FortiGate traffic actions equal to dot. So if I click on this, I'm talking about the apps. Can you see these apps here? App apps, right? The simple field. We have to use this app. So traffic by protocol, we have used the time chart count by transport. So time chart count by apps I have to use, right? So what I can do it here, I can go to the dashboard here in a very simple note. Let's go to our dashboard, that is firewall dashboard here. Now here I click on the edit. I want to make it this as the traffic by protocol, traffic by app. So we have seen the field. I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to click on the source code. Now here the last one which we have created here. So here I have created, this is one. This is the exchange source IP. FortiGate time chart by an actions we have done. Same thing. Time chart count by the transport I have done. So at this point, what we are going to do it, we're going to copy the entire part here. The same thing. Traffic by protocol. This panel to panel I'm copying, and I'm going to paste this after this. Let me hit enter and put this. Now here I want to make these changes. Now what are the changes I'm doing it here? So let's see that. Here I'm changing this as a protocol. I'm making this is traffic by app here. We can see the traffic by app. Now here index equal to bot SV1, source type is same, action is same, time chart is count by, protocol is there, transport is there. I want to make this is as an app here. So I'll make this app and save this, and let's see that what how it's look like. So let us just see that. So action block, traffic by protocol and traffic by apps. Let's see that is that we get the proper information or not. Yes, we getting the proper information. Are you able to see this, everybody? Traffic by app here. We got all the apps here, right? Okay. Yes. Say me yes. Okay. If it is all fine, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
So now what we have the next process here. So when we have taken app here, so block incoming traffic by the source port here. Now I want you to understand here. So when I say that here, block incoming traffic by the destination port. Now incoming traffic means what? Can you tell me that? Incoming traffic, if I'm talking about it, what do you mean by the incoming traffic? That is nothing but the source IP. Yes or no? Agree? Sender is the incoming traffic, right?
Yes.
So we are seeing that all the block IP with the destination port. Now what are the block port for these services? So if any source IP is getting access to the services, so what are the ports are blocked here? So that information we need. So block incoming traffic by the destination port I need it here. So let's see that here how this query has written here. So let me just close this and go here and see that how this query has written. So they have taken, this is the data module here, you can see that. So action equal to block or the action equal to drop they have taken by the all the source IP and destination port here. So they have taken the source IP and destination port here. And they have taken the IP locations of that and geostat. And even they have renamed this. So what I'm going to do it, so let's see that the same process here. First, we're going to write all the data modules to the block, and then we'll take the stats count of the source IP and destination port here. So let us see that. Let me make it all. So index equal to port SV1, then source type equal to FortiGate traffic, then action equal to block because all the block traffic. Now I need to see that here the stats counts by source underscore IP and destination underscore port. So port and traffic, we can see that here. So here we can see that these are the source IP with block and these are the port numbers are there. So this is the port number list, we can see that. Now here, they need to see the location also. So IP location we use. So IP location is what? IP location is used to extract the locations of incoming traffic from an IP address using the third-party database. So I'm going to use the IP locations here for the source underscore IP here. So here you can see that I can be able to see the regions here. Now city, country, and whatever we have it here. So after this, what we have it, they have taken the geostats sum count by the destination port here. So this field they have taken. So means like at this point, they need here the result about the geostats count by the some destination port. So here we can see all the value about the destination ports here. So what are the latitude and longitude? Based on that, we can be able to see the data here. So if I click on the column pattern, recommended map here. So if I take this, you can see that this is all about the destination port where we have it. So this is for the block connections here. So I can save this, save as existing dashboard, Jan here. I can see that. That is, I'm going to save it, view this dashboard, and here we can see that block incoming traffic by an destination port. Now here also we have it, the other field. Let us do that. So this we have taken here. Now block and allow, I want to make it here. So let's see that how to make it that block and allow port here. So for that, first let us do this edit. So this is the title as a block incoming traffic by destination port here. Save here. Now can you guide me, guys? If I want to make this for allow here, what I have to do it? If I want to do for the allow here, what I have to do it? This is a block, right? Block traffic by the destination port we have seen. If you want to make this is for allow, what we have to do it here? I'll copy the entire thing.
Just copy and change. Allowed.
Yeah.
Block to allowed.
Yes. So here, very simple. In the block, I make this is as allowed, and here the bot sv1 source type propagate action equal to block here. So we'll make this is as allowed. That's it. I'm gonna save this. So when I save this is as an allowed, and here you can see that I get it like block incoming traffic destination port, allowed incoming traffic by destination port. Yes, everyone is clear. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we have created this. Now, what is next? Incoming traffic by an app and protocol here. You can see that incoming traffic by an app and protocol here. So what is that? Let us understand here. So if I'll see this query, what information is given? So they are taking all the traffic by the source IP here. So actions, all traffic by the source IP and traffic by app, and they rename this traffic as the source IP, and they're taking the IP locations of that and geostats by an app. So is incoming traffic by app they are taking here. So what are the apps they have used? So for that, let us do the same query here. Let's understand. First, incoming traffic is a source IP. So that's the reason index equal to bot sv1. We can see that, and we can see that source type that's equal to FortiGate traffic. Then here you can see, guys, here. So incoming traffic is a source IP here, right? So what I can do it, I can put the bar. I can say that stats count by source underscore IP here. So with this, this is the incoming traffic. We can see that here. So this is the incoming traffic we got it. Now they need the app also for this incoming traffic here. So I'll take the app. So what are the app I've used by the incoming traffic here? So we can see that this is the incoming traffic we have seen. Now what is the next part here? So next part, after using this app, they're going to get an IP locations of this, and they're taking the source stats by this app here. So let's make it this. So IP location of the source IP, source underscore IP. Then they are taking geostats. Geostats count, some count. They are using the geostats some count of the app here. So destination app we can see that. So if we can see that geostat some count by apps here. So this is our apps. Click on virtualization and click on the column recommended map. This is others. So this is related to the apps information. So I can save this, save as existing dashboard. Here I can see the Dan firewall. Save this, view this. We have taken the incoming traffic by app and traffic protocol here. So let's do this. So this information we required. So I'll click on the edit. Now here, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna save this. This is how the dashboards is created. Now what next we have it? So next is that next three are left. Let's see that. So top country by block connections here. So what are the top country have block connections? They have to get this report. So let me search this and see that how this report can come. So here we can see that this is all the data module where we can see that where action equal to blocked here. You can see that block country we are taking or the drop here. So traffic by all the source IP locations here, and you can see there that can be sorted down here. So they are taking the stats count by the country here. It means like what we are doing it. If I want to see the block connection, can I say that index equal to port SV1? If you can see that this is source type, we'll select the source type here. Source type equal to FortiGate traffic. Then action equal to blocked. We have taken the actions equal to block. And then what we have taken, so action equal to block, the stats count by the source IP here. You can see that here. So what I'm going to do it, this is a block connection. So the stats count. So what is showing that stats count by what should be there here, guys? Source IP na? Agree or no? So we can see the source IP here. Now they want the country here. So here I can say that IP location of the source underscore IP here. So I got the IP locations here. So this is the IP locations we got it here. Now they need the country here. So stats count, some count as by the country here. So we are taking this country count here. So let's see that here. I'm putting this bar and I have him hitting it. So here we can see the country here. This is all are the countries we got it. Now what is the next? They are sorting these countries here. So the count are we are making this is into the ascending order. We want in descending order. This is not in a proper order. So 1, 2, 23, 1, 4. Can you see this, everybody? Yes. Can you see this count?
Yes.
So what I'm doing it, I'm putting the sort here. I'm putting this sort count in the descending order. So all comes in the descending order here. You can see that here. So we have taken the descending order. Now here we are using head function to show the top five here. So the top five countries we have to see here. So I'm putting the head here. So head five is the top five countries shows. So these are the top five countries are there. So like this top six, it shows six, top two, it shows two, and so on. So whatever the numbers we have given. So according to the search, they require the five. So I'm putting these five countries here. So you can see that. So China, Germany, Colombia, United States, and Vietnam. So this is at the block. Let us click on this. Click on the virtualization. Now here, which is the better? For me to get understand, I think like the pie chart is better. Can you see this here pie chart, which give the information China, Germany, Colombia, and the count. So I'm going to save this as save as the existing dashboard. Let me make it this as the same. I'll put this, I'll save this, and I'll view this dashboard.
Just one question in between, Sheikh Bhai.
Yes,
Can you hear me? As a
yes,
security
yes,
professional, our responsibility, I guess, includes creating the dashboard and at the same time analyze based upon the
yes, yes,
result coming in dashboard, right?
yes,
So pretty much I see that this kind of dashboard
yes,
is
yes.
one of
So
job.
we are
When we put this thing afterward, we'll look at and we'll
yes,
surveillance.
yes, yes, yes. See, the first part we are seeing about this creating dashboard. Next part means like in the next session, we're going to see about like, how to create the incident response, how to like, if any malware attack has happened, what type of analysis we have to do it. That information we're going to see. Okay, got it. So here we can see the top country by the source, like it shows like what are the source countries are there. So this is are the top countries where it is a block connections are here. The similar way, top source IP address which is block here, top source IP. Now what does it mean by that here? So here if we can see that the query is same here, if you can see that here, if I click on this and if I'll see that process here, the query of this part which we have done here. So let's see that here. So here if you can see that the query what we have done here, so we have taken index equal to boss once we want block connection stats count by the source IP locations we have taken here. So here taken the stats count by the country and sort out headed 5 here. Now if I talk about here at this point, top block source countries they needed here. So here what we are doing it here. So let's see that here the information how we are getting it. So all the source IP here, so that all the block source IP, we can see that. So when we have this is a very simple, they are just sorting this data and they're getting like head data here. So what we are going to do it, so let us do this part here. Let us go to the search. So based on this one we'll do it. So here we can see that they need the block connections by the source IP. They need to sort this data here, the simple way. Source IP they have taken here. So they have taken the source IP and just let me remove that. So they put like the sort count here. They have sort on, they have taken like 5 top IP addresses. So in this case, I can see that this is the top 5 IP addresses. Now 192.168, this is all. Now, but what is that? If we say that I don't want to see this private IP, I want all public IP addresses here. I don't want this result for the private IP. I want the result for public IP address here. So in this case, if we'll do the same process here as we have done here. So external source IP we have done, right? So here what we have done, we have excluded certain IP addresses here. So this is the part where we have done here. So I'm going to just copy the same part. Now here, let me just show you that I'm just excluding this source IPs here. So this source IP, when I'm excluding, I get only the external IPs here. So let me just click on this and just take this one and I'll go to the search query. Now here, before this action block, then I'll put all this process. And then when I hit enter, you can see that all the external IP. If we are not taking this, it will giving the internal IPs also. So now we got some all the external IPs, visualizations, column chart. I'll select this and this is the part here. Now I'm going to save this, save as existing dashboard. Here we can see that our dashboard. Let me save this, view this dashboard. And here we can see that incoming top sources block connections here. Top external sources, we can see that here. So what we're going to do it, we're going to add the same name here. So if I click on this edit, I can put this one as a top sources by the block connections here. So this is how where we have put it here. So this will give us the result about like this here. So top sources as a block connections by the country by the source IP address. Now what is that here? Traffic by the category here. Let us see that. Can we get this result or not? Let us go ahead and see. This is the final part where we have to see that. So index web proxy. So as if now we don't have the web proxy, so that's the reason I can't be able to get this category here. If it is there, we can be able to see those information also. But as if now we don't have it, so that is you can left it. This is how we have created. So this is the dashboard which can give us the information about which is required and we can work on this. Is this so clear everybody now till here?
Yeah, clear.
Yes.
Yeah, but you have to practice this. Until unless if you not practice, it will be difficult for you to get understand this. All right. So I request you to the practice this one till here, be complete. And next session again is very important session because we're going to see like how we're going to respond to the incident, how the incident investigations can be done. So in the next session, we're going to talk about the incident investigations. All right, everybody.
Is it happening tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Incident
Yeah.
response. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I will miss tomorrow's session. I have a program here.
Okay.
I will take the recording.
Okay. What
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
others?
No, I'll be here. Please, I need
I'll
login
be here.
to Splunk because the one I'm using says expired. I don't know if I need to pay or I can get an admin one to use.
Yeah, Adam, you can share your screen.
Okay.
I can guide you what to do it. Okay, I'll stop recording here.